Guys, Chris Montanez here. So I always got ideas spinning through my head. I'm always trying to think of something that, the next hobby, the next thing that I should do. And I've always, had the urge to just help people in need, because you may or may not know about me. I was homeless for almost a year of my life and going through a very bad part. Life was crazy. So I can relate to homeless people. As before, until I experienced it, I was just like probably most of you, they're invisible to you. You kind of walk past them. They're not a part of society, They must have done something to screw their life up on purpose. So, we just pretend that they don't exist. But until I was on those streets, that hard pavement, sleeping there every night with no blanket and the same clothes, and jumping in donation bins to get a new change of clothes, or hanging outside the McDonald's to open the door to hopefully somebody will buy me a cheeseburger. And I realized that these people are human too, because I'm going through it. And I was a completely normal person with a great job, great car, had a girlfriend, family, loved me. 6 months later, I'm homeless, have lost everything. You would not be able to tell what I had accomplished the 26 years until I became homeless. You would take one look at me and say, this kid must have been a screw up from the beginning. He's a lost cause, drug addict, whatever the case. Let's, don't look at him, don't give him no change. But I, was a great person. I had a great heart. I still do. I'm that same person that was on those streets begging for change that people were scared of. And there's a lot of those people still out on those streets, sleeping there. And a lot of those situations, mine, okay, I'm not going to get into it, but we'll say I put it upon myself. But there's many, many, many situations, mental health, there's a lot of scenarios, not enough family, around. There's many scenarios where people did not deserve to be out on those streets. They don't deserve to be where they're at, and they're having a very difficult time getting out of it. It is very hard, extremely hard, to be homeless, have nothing, no wallet, no license, no money, no change of clothes, no home, no cell phone, nothing. And then to pick yourself back up, and what are you going to go into a place and ask for a job? They're going to take one look at you and say, no way, dude, you smell, your clothes are ripped, like you have no cell phone, we can't contact you. How are these people supposed to get back off their feet? So if they make one little mistake and end up, without a home, now they're homeless forever, They're in a cycle that they can't get out of. So what do? They abuse alcohol, abuse drugs, they rob, they steal, and it becomes a problem in society. So maybe instead of just ignoring these guys and just punishing them when they do things wrong, why don't we try and help them? So now I'm going to try and get to my point here. So I'm trying to think of a way that I could help the homeless. I've been trying it for a while. When I first got clean, I had a very unorthodox way of doing it. It ended up getting me in some trouble. Much further and deeper into my sobriety now. I'm like almost 3 times where I was at the first time I attempted to help the homeless. So this time it should work out smooth. So what I was thinking was, I got into this new hobby where I've been collecting vans. If you take a look around, I'm in South Jersey right now. Everybody is wearing Vans. I was just at the outlets. Vans was the only store that there was a line to get into because there were so many people there to get Vans. Why are Vans so popular? Let's see, there's tons of different kinds of them. They're cheap, they're inexpensive, not like Jordans. They're not $225 or $500 like they're cheap. You can get a pair for $40, $50, $60. So, I got a good job, I got a good side business, and now I want a side hustle. So what I've been thinking of, a way to intertwine the both, is to buying a bunch of vans, which I've started doing, all different sizes, and trying to resell them for not that much more, maybe 10, 15, 20 bucks more. I've been to many different stores and the prices fluctuate a lot. So I feel like, I'm shopping around, finding the best price, buying 2 or 3 at once so you get a discount off. And I'm selling them for, it's pretty much going to be around the same price that you guys would get them for, but I'll be making a profit because either I bought it in bulk or I, found it at clearance or something. So I was thinking that I could make, for every single sale that I make, and I'll show proof of it, I could put $5 from every one of those sales, because my goal is to make anywhere from $10 to $20 off each shoe, which ain't a lot. You know, I'm buying a shoe for $45, I'm selling it for $65. My goal is to take $5 from each one of those sales and put it in a donation bin. You know, I'll buy a little lock box, you know, and we put the $5 inside there. For every single time, I'll keep tally. For every person that buys a shoe from me, which is basically going to be at the same price you're getting it for at the store, and I'll deliver it to you depending on, you know, how close you are, or a small delivery fee. So I'll bring the shoe to you if you want, or I'll ship it to you, and I'll take $5 of your purchase and put it into a donation bin. And now my plan is, the week before Christmas, you know, December 21st, you know, around there, the week before Christmas comes, I will personally go out, and with any volunteers that want to come, and I will walk the streets of Newark and walk those same streets that I was homeless from and begged for change at. And I will go down Broad Street, and I'll go down Clifton Ave and North Newark and Lincoln Park. We'll walk past all those spots, and we'll look for guys that truly in need. We're not just going to go out there and just throw out stuff and leave. We're going to observe. We're not just going to walk around with all the stuff on us, because of those of you who don't know Newark, that wouldn't be a smart thing. You know, we'll observe the situation, and we'll look at somebody that really looks like they need help, somebody that's having some mental health problems, you know, and we'll ask them, we'll talk to them, we'll hear their story, you know, see where that, show them that they exist. The thing that bothered me the most was that I could be laying in the street, like, and I've done this sometimes, withdrawing, hurt, wrapped up in a blanket, throwing up, and hundreds of people will walk past you like you're nobody, because the kid smells, he's homeless, he's just going through something. But why, if a guy with a tuxedo, or, you know, a clean cut guy dropped over and curled on the ball in a busy, you know, street, the ambulance would be there in a second, people would be asking him if he's all right? That's not normal to see that. Well, we got to treat the homeless people as if they're the guy in the suit. They're people too. If they're laying there, you know, throwing up on the ground or look sick, they need help. They need to get into somebody. We can't just keep walking past them. I went to New York City with one of my friends a couple months ago. We got attacked by a guy for no reason at all. We were taking a picture of a sculpture, and he tried to attack us. The cops, you know, they wanted me to press charges, lock him up. I said, no, go get this guy help. Get him into a mental health place. He doesn't need jail. He needs help. So we're going to observe and talk to some guys, and we're going to help tons of people out. Whatever money is in the donation, I'm going to try and match that. And I'm sure I'll have other people by that time that are willing to do the same. And we're going to go out there and help as many people as we can, and buy them shoes, socks, food, you know, put a couple dollars in their pocket, and, you know, pass out some waters, and just spread the knowledge that, you know, we do see them and they do exist. And just because you're homeless, that doesn't mean you got to be homeless for the rest of your life, you know, because I was homeless for a year and I changed my life around, you know. So that's all I got right now. I'm about to go inside and work on this. You know, I'm going to put together the website, Instagram. You know, I'm thinking about getting like all white Vans like I'm wearing right now, and having somebody who's good at art like design them, some customized ones, you know, like we'll collab with some ideas. You know, I just think I got a lot of things of hobbies that I go in and out of, but this is something I feel very passionate about, and I'm very excited to start, because, you know, it could help me out financially, keep my mind, you know, straight with somebody who's going through, like, maintaining their sobriety. The main thing is staying busy, having stuff to do. Don't sit there and be bored. Boredom is the thing that's going to get you caught. The longest I ever heard of a guy being clean and relapsing was the guy that runs the Salvation Army in Newark. I went in there for 2 days, and then I just left, you know, screwed it up for a little bit until I decided to get things right. And he told me he was 21 years clean, and he relapsed. And it blew my mind. I asked him, how after 21 years of being clean, you would go back? He said the boredom. Boredom is what made him go back. So you can't be bored. I don't care what your hobbies are. I've been skateboarding. I've been drawing. I suck at drawing. I've been buying these shoes now. You know, they're starting to get a little more advanced. But do something besides sit at home and get in your head. Because I forget the saying, but I loved it. It was actually above the bed. The one and only time I was in jail, someone wrote it in pen, and they said your thoughts become your actions. Your actions become your hobbies become your character becomes, like, it just trickles into bad stuff, and I lived it and I done it. And if anybody wants to see the proof, I've been to hell and back, I'll tell you that. I got stabbed in Newark. I almost got killed. I almost took my life in Newark. I almost got shot at in Newark. Got my phone robbed in Newark. A lot of bad stuff happened in Newark. And I feel like that's just a place where it's like a melting pot of negativity and bad stuff going on. And I think I could help change that. I'm not saying I'll be able to change the world, but it's little bit by little bit is how you make a change, So if I could start selling a shitload of shoes and making $5-10 off them and putting $5 towards helping the homeless, I feel like that would be a great cause, So appreciate anybody who's going to support me, and you guys are about to see soon. I'm about to be dropping this, and look out for the IG and the website. Thank you, guys.